The American Council of Trustees and Alumni is pleased to bring you Higher Ed Now. Higher Ed Now is a series of programs designed to help trustees in their important work in advancing our colleges and universities. I am Michael Poliakoff, the Vice President of Policy at the American Council of Trustees and Alumni. Our organization works with some 19,000 trustees, legislators, and policymakers around the nation to advance academic standards, academic freedom, and accountability in higher education. Today's program will address the crucial question, whom does a college trustee serve? And we are delighted that today we have with us Regent Ludwig, Regent of the University of Colorado, who will share with us his experience and expertise. Mr. Ludwig has been in executive positions in TIAA CREF, Metzger Associates, and CH2M Hill. Right. Stephen Ludwig, let's begin with the title of this presentation. Whom does a university or college trustee serve?
So my role as regent, I think, is to ensure that, yes, the university does well and is fiscally sound and obeys laws and all of the policies that we've set out, but also remind us on a regular basis that we're not here for the Academy of Sciences necessarily. We're not here to win awards. We're not here to make the U.S. News and World Report Best Rank list, all of which are amazing and great important things, but rather we need to do that, but our main focus needs to be, how do we serve the people of this state? I think a lot of times in academics we forget that most of our budget comes from taxpayers. We have a duty or accountability to the taxpayers to say, we are treating the money you gave us well, and we have a sacred honor to serve the people.
As you may recall, last year, ACTA organized a group of 22 of the nation's most eminent presidents, trustees, policymakers, to address the question of what is effective governance, and that became our Governance for a New Era project. And in the report of the Governance for a New Era project, the signers of this report stated that the indispensable value of the trustee rests in the independence of the trustee's judgment. They are receptive to all, but beholden to none. Is that really the kind of ethic that you think is the one that should be adopted all over by boards?
Absolutely. And I think a board member needs to really reflect hard on what they're doing. And I would say, what homework has a trustee been doing to prepare? Now, trustees that are appointed are well established in their careers. They're very smart, very dedicated people. But where are they getting their information? So we get a lot of excellent information from the university about all sorts of stuff, but we can become myopic and not, if we don't read what ACTA puts out, if we don't read a lot, there's so many books about higher education available. If we don't take it upon ourselves to educate ourselves, to understand what's the context we're working in, we can't be fully independent.
Here's another take from a different organization on the way trustees should interact. This comes from the American Council of Education, and the advice there is that trustees should be like respectful tourists in a foreign country. And it goes on to say that they shouldn't act like the, quote, ugly American in trying to change the environment, trying to alter it, but really should adapt themselves to the environment. What mix of truth and misleading information is that giving to you and your experience?
Again, as a trustee, who are you trustees of? For whom? And I think for whom is the public. Make sure that our either nonprofit institution or our state institution serves the people.
Steve, you've always been an advocate for things that may be unpopular but are absolutely crucial.
It explains why I don't get invited to more dinner parties.
Well, you're always welcome at my dinner parties, welcome at ACTA's dinner parties. And this really was an excellent summary of the question, whom do we serve as trustees? In our next segment, we're going to move on to the subject that you touched on earlier, how do trustees, regents, interact with the concept, the deeply held concept of shared governance?
Looking forward to it.